and today I just wanted to briefly talk about the importance of creating value. When I say creating value, I mean giving your customers and clients more than, how do I put this, than is required, you know, meaning going above and beyond the call. And why is this so important? Because there's a lot of times that these customers, they call you and they reach out to you about some documents that they need to get notarized. But more than notarizations, they really are seeking guidance for these documents. And yes, we are not attorneys, we are notaries, but I believe that it is important for us to at least know what it is that the documents are, and know like what the options are. You're not telling them go ahead and pick this or go ahead and pick that, but it's just like when they don't have the proper notary wording on their document, and you have to provide them a certificate for notarization, and they have to decide whether it's a oath, the jurat, or just a regular acknowledgement. And you explain to them that, okay, this is what an acknowledgement is. You're signing and acknowledging that this, you signed and, basically checked your ID and whatnot. And, that's what that is, So that's just verifying that you signed. And here is a jurat. And this is basically your swearing, an oath, and all of that. Okay, so you're presenting them with the options. You're not an attorney. You're not advising them on this is that, or choose this or choose that. So you're not providing counsel, but I believe that providing value is at least being able to explain what it is that certain documents are. That doesn't mean that you're being a lawyer, but you're explaining what it is that it is, So I think that it's important to provide value in a way that when I say going above and beyond, it's a lot of these people are confused. They don't know, some of them have not gotten anything notarized before. They're facing situations whereby they're not really sure what to do. And, you're there to present them with the options based on your own notarial experience. And you don't have to say do this or do that, but you can give them a story, or you can give them a scenario on what you just experienced and stuff, and they can go from there. They can do whatever it is that they want to do, because ultimately it's their choice. Okay, ultimately it's their choice. And I will give you an example. Today I had a client reach out to me about a document that they needed notarized, and this was a power of attorney. And it was because the client's father was basically incapacitated. He's on in a hospital bed at home, and he is on hospice. And this client reached out to me the day before, to book his appointment for today, which is the next day. And he just had questions about the power of attorney, what it was. Then he explained what it is that his father was doing. The situation that father was in, and things like that, And I just explained, what a power of attorney was, just explain exactly what it was. If you're notarizing something, you have to know exactly what the documents are, how many witnesses will be needed. He asked me if I could be one of the witnesses. I said it's better for him to have somebody else that is particularly, which would be better if they're not a family member and such. So, explained that to him, and which actually he did provide. It was a neighbor, next door neighbor, who was like has been friends with the family for years, and as a matter of fact, his father even acknowledged him, even though he was in like his sick bed. But not to to deviate from what I'm saying, just being able to just like I believe providing an environment that is, that they're comfortable explaining things to you, so that way you can provide the best service. See what I'm saying? So if you're open with them, you can ask open-ended questions, and listen to them and allow them to explain themselves to you. A lot of them are going through a lot of stress. It's a stressful time, and it's a stressful time for everybody. So if you're able to explain the documents, explain the different documents that you do notarize and stuff, and then they can pick and choose based on what it is that you say. You can he was having a power of attorney notarized, and he wanted to know what it was, if maybe in the future he might need a maybe a small estate affidavit and things like that. And I was explaining what it was, the small estate affidavit was, and things like that, and that way he was able to make his decision, and he stuck with the power of attorney. So I just think that it's important for you to provide value by actually knowing the documents. So I'm like, for me, I'm always going online and doing research, finding out what different things are on different websites or YouTube or whatever the case may be, just to make sure that I myself am knowledgeable. So when I am asked a question about something, I'm able to answer the question, and if I don't know it at that time, I'm able to go back and do my research. Okay, so we should always be open to be educated on stuff, be it research, or whatever else, but yeah. So I just wanted to just put this video out there today, just to encourage my listeners, and to make sure that we're providing value to to our customers and to our clients, and like the client that I notarized for today, he was saying that he would recommend me to his friends, and whoever else that need notarization, because so they're not really considering the price, but they're considering what the value that you're bringing to them, that they can ask questions, and everything. So that's what it is that we need to do, so that we can better help. We're not attorney, we're not explaining anything in detail, but at least we can briefly explain something, so that way it can help them make the best decision. So if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have learned anything today from today's video, go ahead and like, share, and remain blessed. Thank you.